Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. So a lot of people have been requesting more Steam Deck testing videos, so I just thought let's check out some GameCube emulation. So let's see how well it runs some favourite GameCube games and then some games that some of you have probably never even heard of. Okay, so we are playing some Wave Race on the GameCube. And it does look pretty good, I must say. I played a lot of this on the Game Boy, but not so much the GameCube version. It's running, yeah, sticking at about 25 frames per second. And it's looking pretty good, to be honest with you. Yeah, definitely playable, and you know, it's maybe in the lower frames per second, but actually the game has held up really well and it does look really nice. So this is Wave Race for the GameCube. So this is Smugglers Run Warzone for the GameCube. Now what I do tend to find, this is not going to be for everyone, but if I've got the opportunity to either emulate on the PlayStation or the GameCube, I tend to pick the GameCube version. Obviously smaller size so you can fit more on your memory card. And I do tend to find that because Dolphin emulation has been around a little bit longer, it does for me tend to emulate that a little bit better. So even though graphically it might not be quite as good, I do tend to prefer that that GameCube emulation. And it's another game, runs really nicely. Played a lot of the first one for the PS2, but not so much Warzone. But yeah, you can see it it plays really nicely. Locked out at 50 FPS. I haven't seen a single drop yet in frame rate. So I'm really happy with the performance on this one. Okay, so we've got Xtreme G Racing Association for the GameCube. I played a lot of this for the N64, but didn't really play much of this at all growing up. But you can see again, locks out at 50, plays really nicely. It's basically F-Zero X, but with bikes. But yeah, so Xtreme G Racing Association, another one that plays really nicely. Okay, so we've got PN03. If you haven't had the opportunity to play this game before, I would highly recommend it. it's such an underrated game. Actually, yeah, it's locked out at 30. I don't know whether it's a small screen or whether because of that kind of cell shaded art style that it's kind of running so well, but it seems to have held up unbelievably well. Super impressed with this game. And like I say, if you've got chance to pick this up, or maybe you've had it in your collection for a long time and you haven't had a chance to play it yet, even though it's about 20 years old, I would definitely recommend playing this one. So that's piano free for the Gamecube, locked out at 30, performing really well. Last game we're testing out then is SSX Tricky for the Gamecube. See if I can remember any buttons. Not locked out this one, but it is trying to hit 60 every time, which I think is pretty good. And again, you got to remember that any of these cell shaded games, they always hold up much better than maybe an art style that's trying to be a little bit too realistic. That's why it's one of my, particularly for retro games, it's why it's one of my favourite art styles, because you know that, you know, even 20 years down the line, these games are gonna look pretty good. So you can see it's been a long time since I've played this. Not not one that my muscle memory is picking up as easily as, say, maybe Time Splitters. But yeah, so this is the last one we're testing today. So a few games there that maybe some people will have heard of, some won't have. But I didn't want to pick out just the same games over and over, because Windwalker, etc., there's lots and lots of videos of them already out there to see if they run. That's why I've chosen these ones today. But thanks a lot for watching. Let me know in the comments below any other kind of testing or games you want to see, whether that's on the Switch or whether that's on Steam Deck or the Retroid Pocket, or any new consoles that I've maybe missed that are coming out. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Take care and look forward to seeing you in the next video. Cheers, everyone.